And this is the introduction module to the starting point to remain HIV negative. Basically, what we'll be discussing in the modules to come are, in Module 1, I'm going to be discussing your desire to remain HIV negative, and also your freedom of choice. In the 30 years that HIV has been around, people were saying, oh, we'll stop HIV, we'll be more than happy to write out a blank check, we'll fund it, we'll give you our firstborn child if it helps to stop HIV. You see, the point is, anybody and everybody has said, yeah, we'll stop HIV. But how do you get to that point? How do you choose to stop HIV? Well, you need a desire. And that's what we're going to be discussing in Module 1, your desire and your personal freedom of choice to remain HIV negative and to choose to stop HIV. Well, if you choose to stop HIV, then we go into Module 2, which is getting tested regularly. How on earth can we stop HIV unless we get tested? How do we know who's HIV negative and who's HIV positive? How can we set aside funding for HIV prevention programs unless we get tested? And by getting tested on a regular basis, we begin to diminish the stigma of HIV. And if we go with family or friends, or we get tested with others, we create support networks. And now, just by getting tested on a regular basis, we pave the way and we pioneer new HIV prevention outlets, social and sexual. Then we'll come into module number 3, which is our social responsibility. How can we choose to get tested regularly to stop HIV unless we take a leadership role in the social responsibility, not only that we have for ourselves, but for our family, our friends, but also for our potential sex partners and for society as a whole? We'll be discussing the do's and don'ts of social responsibility, how all this information that you're receiving right now is already known by the HIV agencies and organizations, especially here in the city of New York. But for 10 years, they have chosen not to tell you. That's what you don't do. That's social irresponsibility. So we'll be discussing in Module 3 the social responsibility do's and don'ts. And we're going to be pushing popular theories and policies to new heights and to limits. We're going to be raising the standard of HIV prevention thought and theories, which will then bring us into module number 4, which is the economics of HIV, the economics of you remaining HIV negative. That's right. Just think of all the money that you're saving right now just by staying HIV negative. I'm HIV positive. I have to rely on medications for the rest of my life. Is that coming to me free? I don't think so. Somebody has to pay for my care, either the taxpayer or it comes out of my own pocket. So if just by stopping the spread of HIV, we have saved millions of dollars, not only on an individual level, but also on a statewide level and ultimately on a national level. So module number 4 is going to be with the economics of HIV. And then we're going to go into module number 5, and that is blood transfusions and also organ donors. In case you haven't noticed, the Red Cross needs blood. Go figure. I'm HIV positive. Do you think they're going to come knocking on my door? I don't think so. And that's why I laugh at the Red Cross for, and their shortages of blood. Because this is so simple. Just remain HIV negative, or just don't get into a car accident, don't require a blood transfusion, and God forbid, don't ever ask for a kidney transplant. So in module number 5, we're going to be discussing the blood donors. We're going to be discussing the future of HIV prevention. And there you have it, the 6 modules, the guidelines targeting HIV-negative people nationwide to remain HIV negative. Why? Because if nobody targets HIV-negative and empowers them to stay HIV-negative, why should we have an HIV prevention program in the first place? My name is Robert Brandon Sandor. I want to say thank you for taking your time, for watching these videos, and following through on these modules. I look forward to seeing you soon.